class.
I
think Madam yesterday said, whatever is in Vegas remains in Vegas.
Yes, good morning, colleagues.
Hawanga.
Yeah, good morning, everybody, including those who are on the sky on the net platforms. Yeah, honestly, I learned a lot yesterday. I was a little bit off track when we were talking about governance ethic. It was a little bit, and I drew it on the part of the ethics I know being unethical and ethical standards. That's why I spoke about standards. And then when you explained, it came to the point for me just to then understand when it comes to governance, what are the set characteristics of good governance? Then I fell on track to understand when the criteria were given. And then the comparison between government and governance. It also stood out for me to come and understand that a government is like just as an institution or a body established. And then people are put there to govern that institution. But then when it's come to governance, then back again to the characteristics of governance. That it will require that process of making sure that the things are done in the right way. Being transparent in the way you do things, being able to hold those who are taking decisions accountable, and also the rule of law to say that whatever you do, it should be just and fair, not to favor individuals or. So in terms of the characteristics, really, it made it stood out to me to say, okay, this is actually what good governance is all about. So that's what I actually noted on the characteristics, just as the colleagues were also mentioning, to the consensus. There will be time when decisions are to be taken, but then one will want it in his or her own way, but you need to find a way that you can make a consensus in terms of to say, okay, anyway, let us just do it in this way so that we can get right. I think those are some of the reflection I want to share. But most important on the aspect of accountability. So whatever that is being done in that institution, that organization, even when we're discussing, considering our country, Namibia, how do we rate it with regard to governance? And it stood out that our government is actually doing really well, measuring it against the criteria of the characteristic of good governance, because since independence, our country held good season of transparent elections, and leaders were elected to government, and we have established institutions that hold government accountable to their decisions, like anti-corruption, as we're naming the ombudsman and all these institutions, the auditor general. Then I reflect, oh wow, so which means I can give our country governance 8 out of 10. The 2 is only when everything is free. Thank you. That's
Thank you.